Welcome back to the League of Hustlers. And what if you could make $100,000 off of ChatGPT? That's what we're going to talk about today on League of Hustlers. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your co-host HT.
I'm CD Barnes.
And if you could make AI, right, an AI tool, in particular ChatGPT, print you money, would you do it? You're daggone right you would. And
Of
somebody
course.
has gone out here and they're trying it as we speak. Okay, this cat called Jackson Great House Fall. Um, hello, hello. Is that you,
Who?
man? Come on, man. Cut your phone off.
Who?
We record the podcast, man.
That might be the money calling, man.
that's the money calling.
Sure.
Exactly. But yeah, man. So Jackson Great House Fall, right? It's the guy's name. And let me pull it up on here real quick, man. This is a very interesting topic, bro.
Right.
He set out so he asked ChatGPT to give him um basically a way to make $100,000 in the quickest amount of time possible, right? And here we go. Boom. This is very, very interesting. So, boom, here we go. Let me scroll all the way up to the top. All right. So this is the prompt that he gave ChatGPT, right? It says, "You are Hustle GPT, an entrepreneurial AI. I am your human counterpart. I can act as a liaison between you and the physical world. You have $100, and your only goal is to turn that into as much money as possible in the shortest time possible, without doing anything illegal. I will do everything you say and keep you updated on our current cash total. By the way, no manual labor." Right? And so this guy has gone on to like create a company that ChatGPT has, or excuse me, Hustle GPT has suggested, and he's raising money. People are starting to like notice him, and this whole thing that he has going on, and he's grown like his Discord following, which Discord is like a social media app where you can kind of join. It's like a private community. He's grown it just all based off of this whole concept. What do you think, bro? Did you seen this?
Yeah, so I'm not a part of the Discord. Definitely, a lot of people are going to be interested in it because obviously they want to see if they can implement this into their own space. You
Right,
know, I think a lot of people have already found tons of great use cases to use Chat GPT in their day-to-day business and day-to-day workflows. But this is a different perspective in order to kind of pick the brain of the AI to say, hey, not just you're operating at a task level for me, but more like a partner, a business partner. Hey, what
right,
are your ideas on these things? And actually, I'll take care of the task. You take care of, being the mastermind behind what needs to happen, which is a pretty cool perspective. Definitely going to be a lot of eyes on it, to see what's
right.
going on. And I wouldn't, I think that alone will be the largest part of success of the venture is like the perspective itself will lend to more people watching, more people joining the community, more people seeing and following, liking, sharing, and you know what I mean? So I think that part of it alone will lend to the success of it, just the total newness of the perspective, which is a really cool one, by the way.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's really really interesting. And to me it's like anybody can do this, right? Anybody can go on ChatGPT right
Right.
now as we speak and tell it, right, to do this same type of thing or an infinite number of other things, right? And so, what will you create, right? What will you create? How will you use AI in your life? And speaking of it, there's a site called Futurepedia. Let me pull that up really quickly. That has like tons of like AI tools, right? And this is something, guys, League of Hustlers, understand me. And this is really what we're about, right? We're about working smarter. We're about working more efficiently. We aren't about necessarily the grind. So, we're about being witty, being smart. We're about hustling, right? And these tools that we have at our disposal, these AI tools that are exploding, the amount of them are exploding every single day. They can make our lives a lot easier, right? There are tools from like audio editing, 3D art, of course, advertising, coding. Coding. I've played with some of the code, um, in Chat GPT, right? And there are other AI tools out here that will code for you. You can tell it something and it'll actually code the program for you. This is crazy. I wish I had this in college, right? And spending all those nights in the computer lab trying to figure out C sharp or C plus plus, whatever it was, right? CD.
Absolutely, man. So I think, this is big, man. And so what it does is it it can make you more efficient if you take advantage of these tools. I know there's a lot of people who are afraid of AI and afraid of it replacing people. And what's the number of jobs? I believe there's like a huge number of jobs at stake that is estimated that AI will replace in the upcoming future. Do we know what
300 million.
three 300 million?
The
Shoot,
equivalent of 300 million jobs.
300,000. 300 million. First of all, the key word here is could. All right. And then is personally, I mean, I'm in a space, my main function, you know what I mean? There's overlap in what I do mostly with AI, right? But at the same time, you just have to understand that at some point in time, as the tools get better, you know,
Right.
we want these things to, and it's not replace, but it makes us more efficient.
There you go.
It just makes us more efficient. And so now, if AI is doing what I used to do, I
Mhm.
should now be doing something else or something better. I should have learned something or moved along. And so, as a group, it opens up other opportunities. You don't see a lot of people. You don't see like 100 people standing in a field harvesting corn. You don't,
Right.
it's not happening anymore. We've made machinery to handle these types of things. You're not going to see a million people in a factory, doing certain things. Like there will be people there. And this is the perfect example. It's not that people are going to be removed.
Right.
It's just that we're more efficient about it. And so we don't need a million people at this factory working now. Now we only need 100 or 1,000 people working at the factory now. And the machines do 70%, and we still need human hands there to touch, to guide, to make quality decisions. And
Yeah, and to
so
fix the machines if they go wrong,
right,
right?
and to fix the machines if they go wrong. Exactly. And so, it's one of those types of things. So if you're a doom and gloom person, man, don't be worried, don't be afraid. It's going to be just fine. It's just going to make your life more efficient. The key though is to stay a student. Stay a
So
student.
what industry do you think is going to get hit the hardest first?
Well, I see right now, there's like you just mentioned, right? The whole, it's writing programs and things like that. So a lot of people feel like, hey, a developer will cost you good money. However, I don't
Yeah.
see that a tool like this can replace a developer. If anything, you'll still need a developer, but your
Right.
developer will be more efficient at producing the code. So they'll produce the code faster for you. They'll be able to check and validate, troubleshoot, debug, and implement these solutions faster for you. Maybe you don't need 20 developers. Maybe you need, two or three, or maybe even one. But either way, I just think it's an efficiency thing. A big one now is content writing. There's a lot of just basic
Yeah.
writing. You can go in there and just ask for exactly what you want, and it spits out the content for you. Now,
It's
given if you
crazy, bro. And
right,
that's that's the field I'm in now, is like marketing and communications, and just seeing the implications of how you can ask it like, hey, write something, write a blog post about whatever,
right,
and you can tell it to do it in someone else's voice,
right, in a
like
certain
the way
tone.
in their writing style, right? You
Hmm.
can it's cold because you can give it your own like a sample of your writing and it'll mimic your writing.
Right,
So
patterns.
like it's crazy, bro. It's
Right,
crazy. The implications of it is crazy. But I think like you can't do away with humans, right? You're
right.
still
Not
gonna
at this
need
point.
us to
Not just yet.
um yeah. And sometimes I've used it and it'll give like wrong information,
Right,
right?
garbage.
So you
Absolute
still need
garbage.
it to proofread. Yeah. But my thing though is that how just all of this is moving so fast. I mean,
Right.
fast. You look at also tools like Canva. They have AI in Canva now, right? Integrated seamlessly into Canva.com. This is crazy. It's also implemented into Microsoft's search engine, like Microsoft Edge or something like that. I think ChatGPT is in it.
Well,
Google released Bard.
I mean, I
What?
think we've already been using it technically for years. It's just now in a different space where it's like you can literally go in here and ask, and it actually gives you a ton of information quickly.
Right.
But for years, you've been typing in your Microsoft Word, and the Microsoft Word is going to say, "Nah, you spelled that wrong, bro. Spell it like this."
Right.
And so 20 years ago, we were using coding low code programs where you can drag and drop shapes and it would write the code for you, opposed to you writing the code that creates the shapes. You can just draw and do the shapes and
Right.
it'll write the code for you. So this isn't
Right.
new, obviously. And then the other thing to keep in mind too is just getting back to, you can't totally replace humans. Is at this point in time, I don't know about the enterprise level of it, but the free ChatGPT that most people are using, the information is it's a couple years behind us.
Yeah.
So, it's a great for filling content, but having that human personal touch and really putting that extra care and quality level into it, you're going to need that. You can't really replace that level of care. Key
Hmm.
component for generating something, you need care,
Right.
nurture, like nurturing and caring for the thing. You know what I mean? And that's where the
Human
lack
element.
is. Yeah, exactly. So it's great for producing filling content to fill up some space, but yeah, you'll need to nurture that thing, man.
Yeah. So let us know what you guys think in the comments, man. Do you think that AI is going to replace your job? Right? Could AI replace your job? Ask yourself this honestly and be creative, though, right? We would have never thought. I remember like maybe 10 years ago, I overheard someone talking about how machines will replace fast food workers. And now you have cashiers, people able to order at a kiosk. You have a machine that's flipping burgers, a robotic arm, one that's dropping fries. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's something like where we're going to be replaced, but I do think that we have to be mindful of technology and when you mix capitalism with that. Because if I could
Woo!
pay a
Key.
machine
That's the
to
key.
code, you know what I mean? And I don't have to pay a developer
Right.
150, $200,000 to code, then shoot, I'm gonna pay the machine. You
That's
know
the
what I
key
mean? And I can just, instead of hiring 5 coders, I could just hire one person that knows
to
how to code
manage it.
really well. Exactly. And to double check the work and stuff like that. So let let us know what you guys think. This is interesting, man. We're on the verge of some amazing stuff, bro.
Right. And this is the League of Hustlers, man. All right.
Yeah.
So we on the end, you need to be on the perspective where you're looking at these tools and figuring out how to capitalize on them for yourself, not on the end of just worrying about how this machine could replace you and take your livelihood away from you and the world is over, that type of stuff. You know, Terminator 2,
Right.
the
The
rise of the
machine.
machines.
Rise of the
Yeah.
machine.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, but on the, stay on a positive note and figure out how you can, use these tools to become more efficient and to capitalize and to grow your business, your industry, and you can grow the thing to a grand scale where it may take away 300 million jobs, but with the right scale, 500,000 or 500 million more jobs may be created just doing something different. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
like it's a change of way of thinking. So it's going to open up new lanes for us to do stuff.
Right.
That's it, man.
Yeah, man. So you guys let us know in the comments, man. Let us know what you guys think. Is your job going to be replaced? Right? Or let us know how you can use AI, right? How you're going to use AI to make your next 100,000.
Right.
Right?
There we go.
Let's get it. Let's go. Follow for more. It's the lead. Chill.